It was in May or so in 1973, and Avatar Adida was talking about he was going to go to India. He had some work he had to do with his lineage gurus, and he'd be gone for 5 weeks. And I was happy that he was going to do what he had to do, but sad that he was going to be gone for that long. And I was invited to his residence at one point, and after he sat there for a short time, he invited me to attend him on this trip. And I was thrilled that I would be able to attend him and this wonderful pilgrimage to India. There's a lot of stories about this that are told in the book, but there's one really also a great story in preparation for the trip. He said I had spent a lot of time in his company so I could be comfortable in his company. Right? And one day I was driving him to Malibu in Southern California, and he wanted to buy a conch shell for Baba Muktananda that he was going to give as a gift. And while we're driving, I had a conflict going on. And I said, Franklin, as we called him then, can I ask you a question? I have this conflict. And he said, what is it? I said, well, I love you. You're great. I'm happy to be around you. I feel I can say anything to you, and you'd never turn it back on me, ever. And I just want to be in your company all the time. But on the other hand, I'm getting this deep respect for you. And my respect for you is making me feel a little more conservative and a little more reserved in how I approach you. And I have conflict about that. And he said, your love for me, your devotion to me is right. You should express yourself, you should feel your love and devotion openly and be unlimited about it. But this respect that you have is just how the ego is protecting yourself from being vulnerable. Don't protect yourself from being vulnerable. Be open and surrendered in my company, and I'll just open your heart and reveal my state, which is your own true state. It was a wonderful lesson because as we more and more respect this great being, we have a position of not so vulnerable. He just broke that away right away. After all these years, almost 45 years almost now, in Adida's company, I've always recorded all the important sacred occasions, sacred events that happened. Yeah? And I ended up writing them in a book because they're so important, they're so significant, they're heart-opening, they're answers to people's questions about where is God, what is truth, what is reality, where is happiness? Answers directly. So I knew I had to get a book and pass on these gifts. Right? 118 stories in the book. And then I started considering, what will the title be? A lot of titles were considered by many of my friends and all that until they came down to At the Feet of the Spiritual Master. Because that's where I as a devotee was, in devotional recognition of his free state, submitted to his freedom through devotion. I'm at his feet. And that's how these stories are felt, and that's how these stories are brought to me. And the subtitle for the book is Stories from My Life with Avatar Adida Samraj. The book is in process. It will come out soon. But in the meantime, I felt people have to hear these stories. And I want to tell them directly, face to face. So I traveled this last year all over the world and actually did tell lots of these stories all over the world. And then I got a recording because I felt everybody can't come into the rooms where I was, so how do I get all the rest of the people? So we got a recording now. It has 16 stories in it. And there's an explanation of the book and the CD on my Facebook page. Right? And if people are interested, go to my Facebook page. It's Gerald Scheinfeld. Right? All the information is there, and how to get in touch with the download of the CDs, and how to find out more about the book is all there.